Hello. This is Constance. How you all doing out there? I'm Constance Nine. I'm a domestic violence advocate. I'm a relationship coach. I speak on relationships, and I wanted to make a video today titled "What Type of Man Can Be Violent?" Okay, the episodes of the young ladies and the bad boys is over with, but I will continue to throw a little bit of that in this title. I want to shout out to any new subscriber who may be watching this, whether you men or even most of the time it's ladies though, but men are welcome too, because I'll be discussing domestic violence with you all too. Okay, my name is Constance Nine again. I'm a domestic violence advocate, and today's title is going to be what type of men can be abusive. Now, you already know the bad boy, okay, is abusive. Not all of them, but you know some of the bad boys are abusive, ladies. You need to listen up, even 50 and over, okay? 50, any lady on here, 50 and over, you need to listen. I'm going to give y'all all the type of men that can be abusive where we go wrong and think they ain't abusive. Just because they got a good job, just because they say they walk with God. Remember, the abusive person can hide behind sheep clothing. Okay, here we go. Number one, the police officer. He protects me. Yes, he do. But the police officer have power. We was in a domestic violence group session with a bunch of women one time, about 10 years ago when I first started going. And this officer, the department came in and said it was an employee. He was an officer, had battered his wife, had beat his wife, jumped on her, but they tried to prove it. They couldn't prove it, but they know that he had did it because they was going to terminate him, and try, take him to court for it. Police officers, they have power. They jump on their wives all the time. Some of them are full of anger. They have childhood issues. And a police officer, just because you're in a relationship or married to him, he will batter you. He will beat you. Number two, a judge. A judge deals with a lot of drama on a daily basis. A couple of years ago, it was a 911 call where a woman called about her husband was a judge. In the background, she was screaming. You could hear the slaps across her face. A judge can be abusive, okay? A pastor, many sisters of God have covered up their wounds, their arms and stuff like that. They back, covered it up and pretend like they was the woman of God along with this man of God, okay? But they was battered. They pastor, the deacon. I know some sisters that say deacons. Their husbands was deacons, battered them, jumped on them, slapped them, beat them behind closed doors. But they smile in the church face. A pastor, a deacon, a minister can beat you, woman, okay? All right, politics, okay? There was a story where some senator battered his wife, beat her, jumped on her. These people have power, or attorney. A man that's an abusive can be anybody. So I just want you ladies to know to be careful and make sure that he has good character. You hear me? If you have to date him for months, be careful. Just because a man is a real estate agent, a doctor, a lawyer, a football player, that's another one. NFL players, basketball players have brutally beat their wives and stuff like that. Go look at the background of some of them. Go pull up some of the NFL players that have battered their girlfriends and wives, busted their nose and stuff, their heads. They can be anybody. And some of you ladies out here, you're with them because of the money they make, okay? You're with this man because of the money he makes. You're with this man because of the money he makes. He's an NFL player. He's a basketball player. He will jump on you. He will beat you, okay? But some of you ladies, you really don't understand that. You have to be told this. So the abuser can be anybody, okay? He can be anybody. And if he's an angry man Any sports that makes him angry, most likely, I'm telling you, he can end up jumping on you. Not all of them, but some of them, okay? I hope you got something from this. If you have a question, you can always email me. Come on and email me, constance91965@gmail.com. If you need any kind of coaching for at least 15 to 20 minutes, I have a cash app, until I get my coaching license and stuff. But be careful and remember, the abusive man, he can be anybody in power, okay? Just because he's a doctor, lawyer, whatever, it don't mean nothing. You can still be beaten by this man. And for you young girls, stay away from those bad boys, okay?